For us, we're watching just isolated storms. Thank goodness, nothing that strong. In fact, most of our areas have been dry all day, and honestly, most of tonight will be dry as well. These will be incredibly isolated showers and storms that try to develop tonight. The one area we're watching closely, the mountains, watching this little cell trying to develop down along Interstate 85. This is the warm front trying to push north. So if we're going to see a shower this evening before sunset, it's going to come from that little batch. In the mountains, this is the first batch of storms, thankfully weakening, but it is going to be raining, some cloud to ground lightning and some gusty winds, maybe even some small hail moving into the mountains. No current warnings in effect for these storms as they have weakened quite a bit, but there's the time of arrival. So Boone coming up around 6:30, you're going to likely have a good downpour, likely moving through fairly quickly, about 45-mile-per-hour movement with those. Here's the main line back to the west. This is the one we'll watch for overnight. That still has a long ways to go before it gets here. We're talking well after midnight into the wee hours of the morning. The main impact would be some gusty winds and some small hail, though honestly, probably the biggest impact for all of us will be the loud thunder waking you up in the middle of the night. Overall, we're not expecting widespread severe, but just have your alerts turned on just in case. Keep your phone fully charged and make sure you have the WCNC app. Our two primary concerns, wind and hail. The hail would be more of a threat with any storms that develop this evening. The wind threat more for the overnight storms that come in after midnight. You'll see the timing of this. Small chance this evening and then a lull until the wee hours of the morning, 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, especially for the Piedmont right now as that system moves through. Our future cast shows those isolated storms have not really developed yet, except for that one back in the upstate. So we'll see if we get another one to develop there between now and 10 o'clock. But there's the main line trying to move in after midnight into the mountains. Takes its time moving across the Piedmont. If it holds together, it would be here 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. Again, it would be weakening quite a bit, but it could still push out some strong winds. Even collapsing thunderstorms can push out some gusty winds. Temperatures overnight very warm. We're not going to drop below 70 in a lot of neighborhoods, so that's way above normal. And tomorrow we could be near 90 before the front finally pushes through and dries everything out. In fact, that front will come through during the day tomorrow. Not expecting any rain during the day. We're expecting winds to pick up out of the west and eventually bring in some cooler conditions for the middle of the week. You can see our rain chances the next couple of days. Might see some additional showers in the mountains as we go into Thursday, but overall the rain chances are staying pretty low. And then we're going to see a significant cool down as we go into the weekend, Memorial Day weekend into next week, looking at below average temperatures. We should be in the low to mid 80s. We'll most likely be in the mid to upper 70s. The morning lows in particular will feel great. You're going to see these overnight lows dropping into the 50s, but a nice stretch of below average temperatures. So we're not going full on to summer just yet, even though meteorologically it's just around the corner. Your Guy Roofing 7-day forecast. You see the cooler conditions for the weekend. We'll keep an eye on those rain chances on Sunday. They look to be late in the afternoon or evening, so the Coke 600 should be okay, but if that system should speed up, we could have more of a threat. Definitely going to see some rain, though, for Memorial Day.
All right. Thanks for the heads up, Brad.